We now have confirmation that President Moon Jae-in will make his first overseas trip to Washington. As is customary for new South Korean leaders, he will hold a summit with U.S. President Donald Trump at the White House in just over 1 month from now. With a months-long vacuum in Seoul's diplomacy following a scandal that brought down the previous president, Moon and Trump will have plenty to chew over. Moon Connyoung reports.
Late June in Washington. South Korea and the U.S. have agreed on a time frame for a bilateral summit between President Moon Jae-in and U.S. President Donald Trump. The agreement came during a meeting in Seoul between the U.S. National Security Council Director for East Asia, Matt Pottinger, and Moon's foreign policy advisor, Chung Eui-yong, amid rising tensions over North Korea's nuclear ambitions.
During the meeting, the two sides, in principle, agreed to hold a South Korea-U.S. bilateral summit in late June in Washington, D.C. A date and other specifics will be decided in the near future. We will prepare the summit meeting so it could serve as an opportunity for both leaders to develop their personal bond and friendship.
The announcement comes just days after North Korea tested a powerful new missile that some analysts believe could reach Alaska when perfected.
We've also reaffirmed that the leaders of Seoul and Washington share a common goal in the complete discarding of North Korean nuclear weapons and will pursue all methods, including sanctions and dialogue, to reach the goal. We also agreed that dialogue with North Korea could happen under the right conditions.
So, what would be the right conditions?
We will know them when we see them, and right now we certainly do not see the right conditions in light of the provocations. We would like to see a concrete movement to reduce right now the threat is gathering.
President Moon Jae-in dropped by the meeting venue between Chung and Pottinger for several minutes, during which he said his special envoy will be in Washington to follow up on his phone conversation with his U.S. counterpart. The one-on-one next month will be the first of its kind between South Korea's newly elected President Moon Jae-in, who backs engagement with North Korea to denuclearize the regime, and U.S. President Donald Trump, who, among other things, has said military action against the North is an option under consideration. Moon Connyoung, Arirang News.